So we're up to track 7 here, which is going to be Tiago, "Scared of the Dark." What kind of pretext you got here?
I can't remember much about this one. But it says, "I hope you enjoy it," because we don't know where Tiago's from, or we only know that Tiago joined in February 2018, but actually has had a few songs uploaded as well. So that's 16 tracks, 467 plays, and 49 followers, which is good so far. This one is called "Scared of the Dark," and it says, "I hope you enjoy my new single. It's available on all major platforms. Thank you so much for listening. I'm an upcoming artist trying to find his audience, and I hope you vibe with this." So, somebody who's trying to push their music out there, let's try and give them some help.
There you go. Tiago, "Scared of the Dark" is available on Spotify, Apple Music, and our favorite platform at the moment, YouTube. So let's take a listen. Scared of the Dark, Scared of the Dark, I should say.
You said there's no monsters in my closet, but I see them every night. You said you keep me warm, I know it, and now I wish you were lying. I can tell it's getting close to midnight and I need you here. It's close to midnight when I'm holding her close to my chest. I swear I used to be so goddamn scared of the dark. The dark. I've been seeing shadows in my bedroom again. I don't want them too close to me. Wish you were sleeping with me again. I can tell it's getting close to midnight and I need you here. It's close to midnight and I'm holding her close to my chest. I swear I used to be so goddamn scared of the dark. I swear I needed you to make this love into some spark. Scared of the dark. Why do the shadows keep following me? Yeah. Why do the shadows keep following me, baby? Gotta get a piece, yeah. I know it's getting a little too hard to hold, yeah. Wish I had a piece, yeah. Wish I had a piece of your heart. I gotta get a piece, yeah. Gotta get a piece of your heart. 'Cause I've been seeing shadows in my bedroom again. I don't want them too close to me. Wish you were sleeping with me again. I can tell it's getting close to midnight and I need you here. It's close to midnight when I'm holding her close to my chest. I swear I used to be so goddamn scared of the dark. The dark, oh. I swear I used to be so goddamn scared of the dark. I swear I used to wanna hold her close to my chest. So close to midnight, yeah. It's close to midnight. It's close to midnight and I want you here. I swear I used to be so goddamn scared of the dark. I swear I used to wanna hold you close to my chest. So close to midnight, yeah. So close to midnight. So close to midnight, yeah.
Take that one away, Carlos Fandango.
Okay, so I think Slick Production is one of the first take homes I had from when I first listened to that song, and it's not my normal cup of tea, I would say, that sort of pop R&B thing. Although, as I say, Slick Production, it reminded me somehow with the rhythm of the guitar and the way it was set out in the mix was sort of just somehow reminded me of Quincy Jones' production on Thriller, particularly Human Nature, that sort of sound, that vibe. lyrically, I think it would connect with people, and it's that kind of modern sound. I think its vocals very contemporary. I like the low high octave thing when the low husky voice came in saying "scared of the dark" with the high octave, but it wasn't just an octave apart; it was 2 octaves apart, which really worked well and was quite unusual and cool. One thing I would say is I would like that song to develop just a little bit more. There was a really good opportunity of the beat dropping on the second chorus. When the second chorus came in, it's a great opportunity to really sort of not go mad with it, but just add a bit more backing synthesizer, single note stuff, just sustained, just a bit more meat to that last section, maybe a bit more rhythmically going on. You could probably extend the song slightly with a bit more rhythm, and I know a lot of songs don't fade now, they're mostly cold cuts, but you could do an album version that fades out in a sort of more of a Michael Jackson's way. So I think there's a bit of the weekend feel about it as well. And overall, I really actually quite like that song a lot more than I thought I would. It's not my usual thing, but I think it was good.
It's good. I'm going to agree with you on there is that it's good. I definitely love the reverb vocal effect, and what you're talking about is kind of like the backing vocal, the ad-libbing where you have the lower vocal in the background. I do like that. I think that we could shorten the song up. Or we could shorten it down, right? Whichever way you want to look at it. We could shorten it up, we could shorten it down. I think we could make it about 2:30, trim about 46 seconds off there, because when we get to the third quarter break there, where the instruments kind of start dropping off, and especially where we're looking at the fires and kind of like comments and everything, they just kind of like take a nosedive. There's none there. I think that a lot of people start to maybe get bored around that point. For lack of a better word here, just because I do think that portion can be trimmed out to add a little bit more beef to the song, as you had said, and that's really the only thing that I got to say. From the first thing that I was hearing, I was, like when it started, I thought it was going to end up being a bit more rockish pop than kind of like hip hopish pop, because it kind of like had that Streets of Philadelphia kind of like sound to it. But I do think that thing with 3 minutes 16, almost 3 minutes 17, right? I do think that it could be trimmed down to take out that third quarter, get that break, add a little bit more meat, keep the ad-libbing and the vocal effects in there, because it's really doing justice for the song, because it does sound like a very professional production. But that would be, once again, other than that, the only negative critique that I would have, if you want to consider it negative, would be the fact that let's trim it down to 2.5, make it syncable and licensable, and commercial friendly, radio friendly, and things of that nature, because I could see this being in a lot of places.
Well, I actually think 3:16 is quite, it's radio friendly length. It's anything from 3 to 4 minutes is fine. Radio friendly. I think that section could just. I think that second half of the song, where that section comes in, that 3/4 section, I think the issue is that it needs more going on that's interesting, or maybe more of a change, or an instrumental, or something different with the vocals going on. It drifts at that point. That's why I think people stop sort of pressing fire there. But it does build in. That's why I think a bigger drop. If you're going to have that section left in there, you need a bigger drop and a bigger end to the song.
Yeah,
so you get payoff basically.
Yeah, you need a bigger climax. You definitely do, because
that's a small tweak production-wise. That's mixing-wise. That's just a small little detail tweaks there, I would say.
But that's exactly what I'm saying. Is just, instead of doing that, just cut it out and keep the song going in one specific rhythm, because now you would be going to have a drop like that, and to then build up like this huge climax would be a completely different song, in my opinion, because the first second half of the song, you're really going in a very kind of like melodic rhythmic tempo, right? And then just to kind of like cut it to add more beef and to get this climax going here, I think that would be very overpowering, personally.
I just think to cut it would be too short, and then there wouldn't be enough going on. It's just like verse, chorus, and that's it. It's like, I feel like maybe just that little section there. I think the length's fine. I think it's just, it needs to be a little bit more dynamism in whatever's going on, not necessarily loudness, but dynamism in the rhythm or something, even if it quietens it all down more, so that then, you know, you've gone from there to there to there, and it just has more impact at the end. I just think that that little drifty section, if you handled that slightly differently, the song would be, yeah, really on point.
I can see that if you had a drop down, added maybe like a nice reverse kind of like crash to it, and and then when the reverse crash actually comes in, get the actual song just kind of like blowing back up again. Yeah, I get your point. Yeah,
because then you get the ebb and flow rather than just a short song that's okay. You get something that you're actually involved with.
I can see that. Yeah, good to point that out. So once again, maybe it does work at 316. For me, it was working at 230. But you know, but thinking about that reverse crash coming in there, and then kind of like, you know, having that slow down, that quietness with the automation, coming back with the reverse crash, and boom, we're back into the song. 316 probably isn't a bad time for it, but overall, once again, production wise, produced very well. Sounded like everything was pretty well mastered. We had a good kick going. We had good melodies going. The vocals were in there. Very much so layered vocals. Probably, you know, I'm going to say probably about 5 or 6 tiers of layered vocals with the ad libs and everything like that. So I'm going to say well done on the vocals from my stance personally, because that's always kind of like been my thing. I point that out just about as much as Carlos points out ebb and flow. So yeah, well done, good song. Just, you know, keep doing what you're doing. Just from our perspective as listeners, once again, and guys who have been in music for, you know, eons and eons and eons and eons. Yeah,
well,
maybe
I have, but only for a short while in terms of getting my music out there. So I'm still really inexperienced in many ways of production. I just, you know, learn as I go, like a lot of people who are out there independent. You know, they're just learning as they go, and it's always good to get advice. I take on board advice. It's meant, and anything we give out advice wise or critiquing the songs, it's not meant negatively. We mean it constructively, and yeah, we give it out so that you get stronger as an artist, better as an artist, and develop. Because anybody gives me critiques, I take it on board, I learn, I get better, and that's it.
Absolutely, folks. Once again, musicians are amongst some of the nicest people that you will meet in your life. There's a different type of, I believe, mentality to it. So if you're not on Slaps like these people are, maybe check Slaps out. Once again, we have no affiliation with them whatsoever. We have no affiliation with DistroKid, which Slaps is the format of DistroKid for the music there. But definitely check them out. Collaborate with some people. Most of the people that I have spoken to on Slaps are down for collaboration, down for all that kind of stuff. And as Carlos had mentioned, all of our criticism is meant to be positive. Even if it sounds negative for whatever reason, it is meant to be positive. With that said, please visit the video description below. Find the link to the particular artist that we are talking about. Go spread some love, and let's try to get them more out into the world as they should be, because man, mainstream music sucks.
That's right. And that's why we go to the underground sound,
where we're putting the us back into music.
So please do like, subscribe, and share, and let's get your music out there. Oh, we're getting good at this.
Oh, that was pretty slick right there.
Slick, yeah.
That was pretty good.